We're going to take a look at the new dev preview that just got released. Experience and money values are now tied. If you earn $100, you'll also be earning 100 XP. Nice and simple. So before, you were getting different money and different XP depending on what was happening. But now it is tied. If you earned $1,205, you earned 1,205 XP. So much easier. The amount of money and experience you'll be earning has skyrocketed when compared to the live version of the game. Individual values have been tweaked, like moving the bone out of the reward multiplier to make gameplay feel more rewarding and encourage players to complete the main objectives. Interesting. So you no longer are getting extra reward for getting the bone. I'm not going to go look for the bone if all I'm going to get is $25. If I see it in my travels, cool. But if I don't, deuces. Leveling and prestiging. Each level's required experience increases as you level, and that amount increases further the closer you get to level 100. That's something that we assumed, and we basically have confirmed. For example, you'll need 100 XP to get from level 1 to 2, but over 5,000 XP to get from level 99 to 100. When you finally reach level 100, you'll be presented with a choice. Continue playing as you are, leveling past 100. So you get to 100, use it through the leveling, and then you can continue leveling up, but you get nothing else extra for it, I'm guessing. Or at any time, you can opt to prestige, resetting your money, level, and equipment in favor of gaining an additional loadout slot, a new unique badge and title for your ID card, and a new patch for your player's arm. I've been looking forward to this because it reminds me of the Call of Duty days. Like when I played Call of Duty back in the day, like it's very much so that prestige system where you're rewarded throughout the prestige. If you want to, you can choose to go back, or you can just keep leveling up like crazy. Leveling past 100, you see the asterisk, you come down. Yeah, there we go. Can't go past 9999. All right. Consumables. With the equipment system, some items will be labeled consumable in the shop. If one of these items is used at all during a contract, it will need to be rebought. So what is the asterisk for? An autofill button will be added to the loadout screen, so you don't need to manually buy things after every contract. See, I'm okay with that. You better be scooping your salt up after every mission. Put it back in its little can. That's right. It makes more sense, and the amount of money it costs for like sanity pills and stuff really is not crazy. And not to mention how much more money you're going to be getting for the contracts anyway. Crucifixes? Right. All the things that you can potentially see as consumable, like that. That makes sense. Salt. So this is what the main focus of this one was the salt. Some of you may remember in our ultraviolet preview that we mentioned salt specifically, so we thought it was time to dive deeper into some details. As you know, with the new ultraviolet changes, salt will become an aid in gathering evidence. If your ghost isn't feeling interactive enough and just won't touch a door or window, you can place salt and gather footprints instead. So if you remember from the preview that they were talking about the charging of the fingerprints and the footprints, now they're turning it, it's no longer fingerprints as evidence anymore, it's now ultraviolet evidence. So a lot of people used to think that footprints meant that you had fingerprints, which obviously doesn't make sense. But I think to a new player, they're like, yeah, but I got something with the UV, so doesn't that mean I have evidence? Now you have to charge the fingerprints or footprints, but also the ultraviolet is the evidence type. Solar powered footsies. So the cool thing about this too is that if you have places like the gymnasium on high school, or you have something like the attic in Bleasdale, there's nowhere for the ghost to touch. Like the chances of getting fingerprints of the ghost touching a door or touching a light switch is so effing low. So now what you can do with the update when it happens is you can do salt, and if you see footprints, you have evidence. That's so much nicer for areas just like that. With equipment upgrades, salt is a little more useful than it was previously. Tier 1 is the Ghost Huntin' Salt Shaker. It can place 2 piles per canister, and you can bring 3 canisters into each contract. The footprints created by stepping in this pile will act in the same way as fingerprints for that ghost. An obake may leave fewer footprints than other ghosts. Ooh, see, I like that addition. So if you have an obake, it won't leave footprints all the time. Now, I'm interested to see how that works, because I feel like I do have some ghosts that step in salt, and when they step in the salt, they just don't walk anywhere. They literally sit still. Does that mean obake won't leave any footprints? No, I think it's just that it won't leave footprints all the time. Maybe you'll hear the footstep, but you won't see a footprint. That's my guess. So like you'll hear it step 3 times, but it will only leave 2 footprints or something, you know? So we'll see. Tier 2 is a wooden container filled with a special pink Himalayan salt. With its larger capacity, you can place 3 piles down, but instead of a small spot, you can place a line of salt, perfect for blocking doorways or corridors. You're placing an actual line across the doorway. So you're not having to place like 3. Well, you can't do 3 anymore anyway. The small salt can has 2, but you won't have to use all of them for a doorway. You can use 1. Oh, that's nice. Tier 3 brings lots more to the table. A glass bottle filled with a custom blend of black salt that has been blessed. If a ghost steps in this during a passive state, it will be repelled back the way it came, allowing you to effectively trap a ghost in its room if you place the salt correctly. So now I'm interested to see how somebody can use that to their advantage for like why you would want to trap a ghost with salt. During the ghost hunting state, if a ghost passes through special salt, it will be slowed down considerably for a short time. This poor Oni didn't stand a chance. So you can lay salt down, slow down the ghost, and get a photo. Keeps activity up in a specific room for evidence. Very true. The person didn't stand a chance. I know they're backing themselves to the front door with black salt in their hand and nothing else. I bet this didn't end well for whoever recorded this. CJ. That's it for Development Preview 12. We'll catch you with some more teasers soon.